Jim, when I met you 7 years ago, you had a real vision for the industry. It must be great to see your cattle now performing so well commercially.
Yes, Ben, it's been a good experience the last 7 or 8 years. We've had some goals that we've set and a focus that we had. And the feedback we're starting to get from our clients is very rewarding and promising for us. For example, on the Charolais side, we've been focusing on the pole gene and also the positive fat side of the breeding program for the Charolais to make it a softer breed that finishes easier in the feedlot and all that sort of thing. And the customers, who have visited this year have actually commented, they've had good feedback from the feedlotters and the processors that, some of the cattle that coming out of their operations with our bulls have delivered that earlier finishing animal. So that's very pleasing for us. With our focus in both breeds really for that positive fat doing ability and the genetics we've been choosing to do that, the cattle that are coming out of our bulls seem to be performing very well on grass.
Jim, the investments you've made in Angus over the last couple of years have been great. You've got some bulls from the likes of Millah, Murrah and Cluny range that have really added to your stables. Your lineup of bulls this year are great.
Yeah, no, we're very happy, Ben. Some of the bulls that we purchased a few years ago, we've got progeny from them in our sale, particularly some of the Millah Murrah genetics, and they're some of the standouts in our sale this year.
And tell me about the sire lines. I mean, look, you've got some bulls like Ascot Hallmark, who is getting huge industry appeal, but tell me about him and some of the other sire lines you've got available.
Yeah, he's our pride and joy at the moment. Hallmark, he's performing really well. He's just a lovely bull. Everyone that sees him just absolutely loves him, as well as us, and he's really starting to prove that he's as good as what he looks, and his EBVs are to die for. Everything you'd want in a bull. Hallmark's got slick skin, smooth coat, just all that side of it as well. And we'll have 5 sons of his in the sale. And just to mention that, Millah Murrah sale, they'll also have 10 odd sons of his from him in their sale. So that's a good recommendation on our bull really for the likes of Millah Murrah to be using our genetics as well. So we're very happy with that. The other bulls that we've got in the sale, which stand out very nicely, are from Millah Murrah Highlander, the bull we bought there about 3 years ago.
G7.
G7, that's right, Ben. Yeah, his calves are phenomenal and a very even, soft type, particularly good for that grass-fed market. Other sires which have always performed well for us, Tamani Emperor and the old Berkeley as well. Some of his sons are still up there with the best of them. A couple of other bulls that we used, Islands Galaxy, which was the previous highest selling bull in Australia. A couple of his calves are quite handy.
Jim, you've really been involved at the forefront of change for the Charolais breed. High 400-day weight, positive fat, you've always focused on that, but now, the need for polled bulls is really coming through, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a big thing in the market, and it'll only get bigger. I was reading something just the other day, 50% of the Charolais bred in Australia now are polled. Ours is a lot higher, the percentage in our herd is a lot higher than that, of course, but and it's really rewarding to see some of the major clients out there with big herds are actually wanting to come to our sale to look at those bulls with the homozygous pole gene. And it's not that readily available, but we're focusing on that. But
can you tell us, just for those who don't really know, what's the significance of homozygous pole?
Homozygous pole, you can do a DNA test for homozygous pole, I should say the homozygous pole gene. And a bull that does have that homozygous pole gene has the 98% chance that all of his calves will either be pole or scurred.
So that's a significant increase if you want to get rid of the horns in your cattle, and then you buy a homozygous pole bull. Yeah,
that's the ideal way to go. We'll have 18 of those bull DNA tested homozygous pole bulls in our sale, which is attracting a bit of interest for probably the first time in our sale. Actually, some genuine interest in homozygous pole bulls. So it's very rewarding to see that, and I think the people that do that are very smart. It's the way to go. But having said that, we're very, very careful not to just concentrate on the homozygous pole and forget all the other important traits that Charolais are renowned for. Particularly weight for age, a little bit extra bone, So we're trying to retain that, but also breed that type of animal with the homozygous pole gene.
Jim, you've got a good variety of age groups in your sale this year.
Yes, Ben, we'll have 3 age groups. Majority of them will be 2-year-olds, approximately 80% of them will be 2-year-olds in both breeds. And then we've got a small number of intermediate age bulls, 16 to 20 months of age, and then a handful of yearling bulls in each breed as well for the people who like to buy the younger bulls. And
Jim, a new sale date this year?
Yes, Ben, it's 23rd of September, which is 3 weeks earlier than last year. And that's due from client request. A lot of the people in northern New South Wales like to join on the 1st of October, so we just bought it a few weeks earlier just so it suits in with their breeding program a bit better.
Well, Jim, the bulls look phenomenal, mate, so it's a credit to you and best of luck for the sale.
Thanks, Ben. No, we're looking forward. The industry's in an exciting space at the moment and we're just loving it at the moment. Thanks, Ben.